first off, I'm going to start off by saying we are obviously still on call today, so if we get a tone drop, please just make sure you stay in this area because the trucks will be leaving. So kind of get that out of the way. But first of all, I just want to welcome some of our officials from the city. We have Mayor Box with us today. Vice Mayor Brown is here. Councilman Murray and Councilman Abel. And I don't think I missed anybody else. Good. And then City Manager Chris Trout. Thank you. And then lots of department heads I see. So thank you guys for coming and attending as well. So just kind of a little bit about the process of this truck. It's been a while since we started this process. The first actual email I could find talking about a new rescue was 3.5 years ago. It was when we started talking as a committee and saying, what is next for our department? What do we need to do next for our continuing changes and responses? We've started to have more technical rescue, more water rescue, confined space, and all those things require additional emergency equipment, which is a challenge putting it on a small truck. So we had to go look a little larger and look for a rescue. So part of the research that committee did is they visited trade shows. We went to training, different conferences and looking at other trucks that are out there. Just factory visits, visited from Sufton to Pierce to all the different companies that make fire trucks. And we went to other departments in the area to see what they had for trucks, to see what they used, what they liked and what they didn't like, but what they had. So then the next process from that is we requested specs from the company. So in this case, we picked Pierce as the best option we thought would fit us. Pierce Manufacturing is out of Wisconsin. They're made in Appleton, so U.S.-made company. And so they send specs out. Specification sheets are literally, I think the rescue specification sheets on this truck were about 85 pages of line by line of every single detail you could put on a truck. So the committee goes through that line by line, adding items, taking items off, making changes they need as they see fit. And then we did a factory visit. So that's when we go up and actually do our first drawings for the truck. A crew of 3 of us went up to the truck, made any final changes, got one more chance to look around the factory floor to see what's hottest, newest out there. And then they start the process of building the truck, which again takes a long time right now as well. And then a second trip up is made, and that's the delivery inspection. And then our crew actually goes through line by line every single one of those items that we put on the truck and physically touch it, make sure it works on the truck before it's actually delivered. And then the truck comes here, and it's still not in service. Then we get to put all the loose tools on it, put the mounting equipment on it, put all the things on it that make it usable for us to use. And then we go through training. So we had factory reps out to do training as well as our internal training. So all in case, it's 3.5 years from when this truck was started to be thought about to what you see today in front of you here. So with that, Mayor Box, if you have some words you want to say, come on up.
I'm kind of reminded, first of all, I don't have a speech, so you could be here for 30 seconds or 3 minutes. You guys know how I do that. He said how long it's taken to get this truck. So for all you residents on Facebook, just imagine how long it takes to build a road. So give us some grace. It actually takes twice as long to build a truck as it does a road. It's an incredible process, but I want to thank all of you for coming out today and thank our fire department. This is a time-honored tradition. And for those of you that have served long enough, or maybe you come from the military, these are the days that I hope all of you remember. Our obligation to our residents, first and foremost, is their safety and public safety, roads and water. Everything else that we do is just extracurricular, ancillary, and if we have the time to do it. So this is our obligation. And I think we've done a pretty good job with Chris leading us the last couple years. You guys obviously know we have a new fire department coming soon. And I hope one day we can actually, maybe it doesn't make sense, but maybe we could push this in over at Station 2 at some point when the time is right. So it's very pretty, and it took a long time to get here, but the bottom line is it's just a machine. It's a force multiplier. It's what we need to get water on your roof faster. And the heart and soul of this is not what we're pushing on today. The heart and soul is these guys that are behind me, especially the 2 that are wearing the blue shirts that aren't part of the team just yet. They got our respect the moment they showed up for training, and they agreed to kind of write that check that puts their lives on the line. So I hope you guys understand. Most of what we do here in Jenks seems to be medical, but we still need trucks to put out fires. And we don't ever want to forget the risk that these gentlemen take every single day that they go to work. They had a real busy morning, and they're going to have an even better afternoon. But we thank you guys for the invitation, for allowing us to be part of this. And I'm thankful for the council and city staff that has never forgot our greatest single obligation is not events. It's not the drama of pushing shiny things around. It's the obligation that we have to keep you safe. And I hope you feel that we're doing that, and I hope you feel like we're doing it well. So thank you guys very much. And I hope you enjoy today. And what I heard is we're going to leave it in park and let Watkins push it by himself. You can do that, right, sir? Yeah. You can take that off if you need to flex on us a little bit. All right, we ready to roll? All right, let's get it done.
A few more things, but yes.
Yeah, sure.
So if you want to stay up here, actually, Mayor, if we could. If we can get the rest of the council and city manager up here as well. Just want to present this picture. So this is one of our spec plans that we get. So we get full-size drawings. It's one of the things we go through on the factory trips. So this drawing is actually signed by each member of the committee. And so as the fire department, we want to present that to the city. Hopefully get the next two or other trucks that you guys have recently purchased. So this is for you as a city. So we appreciate what you guys do. Appreciate you. So to recognize those committee members, if you could step forward, Captain Kyle Flora, Captain Alex Watkins, Captain Richie Martinez, and Lieutenant Matt Mitchell. Thank you. All right, we're done with you guys. So we're here today for a push-in and wet-down ceremony. So just kind of talk a little bit about what that means and why we do it. So in fire department history, a lot of what we do is always connected to the past. The things we look at in the past kind of derive what we do in the future. And so as a pushdown, it started in the 1800s when fire trucks were drawn by horses. So as they would hook up the horses, they'd respond to the scene, they'd put out the fire, deal with whatever emergency it is, then they get back to the station, and horses don't, as a team, don't really like to back up. So what they'd have to do is actually unhook those horses, care for those horses, wash the horses down, wash the engine down, and then the community would actually all get together around that neighborhood and would push the fire truck back into the station. Because of course if it takes 6, 8 horses to pull it, you can tell it's very heavy. So the community would actually come together and would push that engine back into the station. And that's what we're going to recreate here today. We're also going to do the wet down ceremony, which is the washing of the fire truck as well. And there's two things with that we do. One is we'll take engine 2, which is the truck that's being replaced, and that's the truck that will actually spray water on the new truck as it passes the guard to the new truck, to the new rescue. The other part that the wash down ceremony symbolizes, and having the community participate in that, it's just a highlight to you as a community that we understand the stewardship of what you've given us. So we care for it, we wash it, we care for that vehicle that's very expensive to care for. So those are the two things that we do to put a truck in service. And so if you guys would join me, first of all, you can grab a towel as you come out. We'll do the wash down. We'd like everybody to grab a towel and actually dry the truck off with the towel. That towel is yours to take home as a memory of today. And then after that, we'll push the truck in service. And then we'll have some cookies and refreshments afterwards. So you guys want to grab a towel and join us outside.
You did it. Good job.
And now starting putting yourself.
Check 1, 2, test.
So 4, between 7 and 4. Okay. 31.
Take a moment of your time real quick, sir. All right. Hardest question I ever ask anybody for my riders. First name, last name, how you spell official title.
Greg Ostrom, O-S-T-R-U-M, and title is Fire Chief, Jenks Fire Department.
It's a great day in Jenks, Oklahoma. What's going on? And just take us through the process. And you must be like a kid on Christmas morning.
Yeah, this is a great moment for us. This truck has started in process about 3.5 years ago. Finally delivery today and in service. So we're here just to celebrate the push-in and the washdown ceremony and just honor those traditions of the fire department and get this truck in service.
I know speaking with other fire departments, it takes a process to get a truck. It's not just like you just go down to the dealership and pick one up. This was a process, and you guys put your own input into it. Sort of take us through the history of Rescue 2.
Sure. The process starts just with an idea of kind of an identification of what we need as a department. Then we start looking at vendors and doing research and traveling to different shows, different fire departments to see what they have, what they like. And then you start developing the specifications, and it's hundreds of pages of lines of items and options that you can choose. So this truck is truly custom and designed for our department. And then once that happens, of course, you get council approval for the financing, and then you start the actual build process, which could be up to 2 years right now just to build the truck. A couple trips up to the factory to check on the truck status, and then get it in service, in training, get the equipment on it, and finally we're in service about 3.5 years later.
Good deal. What kind of equipment does it have on there that makes this, makes your guys' job safer and helps the community in general?
So this truck will carry all of our rescue equipment. So this has our rope rescue, water rescue, confined space, as well as our extrication tools for car accidents, our full medical supplies as well. So this is a full all-around type duty out of our Station 2 here. We respond to all of our citizens south of the Turnpike and Jenks.
If parents, you guys will take this out to the community, you'll be out there, will the kids be able to jump on it and play on it every once in a while?
Absolutely. We always encourage, if you ever see us out on a call or out doing hydrant checks or something else, stop by, look at the truck, or if the doors are open at the station, just swing on by. We're happy to show off what we've got and invite you into the station.
It's not always a nice thing to ask how much things cost, but just curious ballpark figure on something like this.
So this purchase was about $1 million total. That's without the equipment on it. That's just the truck itself.
When the guys got to see it and they knew that it was coming to their shop, I mean, just having a new engine to ride in or to work in, what was the mood? Did it lift the mood of the station?
Absolutely. I mean, the guys designed this from the tires up, so they really appreciated what they got, and that committee did a great job of specking out the truck, and I think everybody's very happy with the finished product.
Thank you for your time,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, that's it from Jenks, Oklahoma, powering down.